Hello there and welcome to our show today, the paper preview video for week 21, 2024, this beautiful Monday afternoon, the 18th day of November 2024, on your popular YouTube channel, the UK Punky, with the host Lucky Star bringing you out today's presentation, where we have formidable sequence to show to us, and you can say two bankers, but we're going to be treating it as one banker and a pair. The one banker draw is number 3, while the pair is number 38 pairing number 40. But in actual sense, the two bankers are numbers 3 and 40. And I'll be bringing the sequence to us. One is coming from our nija record, while the other one is coming from our special advance fixture. And we have the secret extra tip that will be coming up somewhere in the video production now from our Temple of Draws paper. So this is the paper preview video. We'll take you through the papers, show you the areas where we'll be working with in our subsequent videos, and also showing you the papers for the week so that you get acquainted with the week's forecast. Now the Premiership is back for this week after the UEFA Nations League break. We have the Premiership division, we have the Championship division, and also so on and so forth. We'll be starting off this presentation now with the Temple of Draw paper, the late news section. The reason for doing this is to acquaint us with what actually transpired, and so that we can see how this paper is beneficial. If we can do our separations, our selections well from this paper, we should be in money week in, week out. We're starting off now with the right hand side, where we have the number 19 and 39 as the beware column, and that's exactly what happened. None of those games gave a draw for last week. Also, the off which was number 13, runaway number 23, and dead number 43. That's exactly what happens to all of those numbers. The only difference there now, which is exceptional, is the pair of 38 and 40. That pair actually did supply. That's why it was written in figures. And for writing it in figures for quite some time, I've not been productive. That's why I didn't take that pair seriously. Then the spot bet for Saturday tip column. You see that column, only 2 games failed in that section. The first 6 games all cleared the way they predicted it. That's why I tell you that this particular portion, pay attention to it. Is if you can make your selections right, you should be able to get things clear from that particular section. The only one that failed was game 7 and game number 9. On game 7 now, they said it was over 1.5, while number 10 did a scoreless draw there, 0-0. That's the one that failed on game 7. Then game 9, it was supposed to be a go-go match, but number 5 on the fixture now did 2-0. So that was the only 2 that spoiled that particular selection. So you see how formidable this particular paper is. It's one of the good papers out there in the industry. For those who behind the scenes are asking me for which papers to go for, I think these 4 papers that we use here on the platform, they are sufficient enough for you to actually win your bet week in, week out. So now let's start the video properly now with seeing the secret extra tip. I'll be taking that from our Temple of Draw page 2. The games that were showcased in that particular spot for last week, I think they were 4 in number. All 4 failed as predicted. So the ones we have for this week now, we have 12 numbers in total. So let's see that particular spot now. Looking at the page 2 of our Temple of Draws paper, we have the Stakers Bomb Beware column. We have numbers 8, 9, 24, 29, 34, 37, 38, 39, 43, 44, 48, 49. Those games, there are 12 in total, and those are matches you should be very careful if in case you are using those particular games. Be wary and careful of them so that you don't lose your hard-earned money. But because there are many numbers now, we may be seeing some draws from that particular spot. But Temple of Draw is telling us that these matches are not balanced based on form, but sequentially they can pull through as a draw. So that's the much you can take about that, and that's the much you can also take from our Temple of Draw. As you know, on this particular video now, we'll be taking us through the 4 major journals we use on the platform. Hence, we are through with the Temple of Draw. Now let's see our post Telegraph for this week. Remember, I told us we have the one banker draw, and of number 3. Number 3 from our English Premiership division is the match between Bournemouth and Brighton, and the proof to this is coming from our Special Advance Fixtures, so we'll be seeing shortly. While we have the pair of number 38 pairing number 40. But if I show you this particular sequence now from our nija record, they should agree with me that number 40 should have the day, which is Salford City versus Bromley. That's the match on number 40 from our English League 2. While number 38 from our English League 2 is between Grimsby Town and Colchester. Grimsby Town versus Colchester number 38, while number 40 is Salford City versus Bromley. So now let's see our post Telegraph so that we can move into the video proper. Alright, taking a look at the front page of our post Telegraph for this week now, I'll be highlighting some areas for us to pay attention to. On the left hand side now, where we have the revised treble chance column, we have game 1 now, which is Luton Town, and that's number 12 on the fixture, being repeated to game 14, and that's our commentary game 1. So we'll be looking into that return quietly because that may tell us something about that particular match for the week. Also, on that area worthy of note now is the left-hand side now of our treble chance column, game 17 and 18, being transferred to the right-hand side 14 homes column, to the upper game 14 and the bottom game 14. Those two games, they go to that, they are being repeated like this on an even week, but not for the odd week. So this was deliberate, and we'll be linking into that to make us know if this is going to be 2 draws or 2 dead games, as it were, or a formidable pair for the week. And that's talking about numbers 35 and 36. In case you have access to this journal, you can go look it up so you can make your own inference as to what to make of these games before we come your way with our own decisive information. In the 14 homes column now, we have game 6, which is number 36, being repeated to the bottom 14 home. That in itself is also unusual. So you know, these papers, these are the draws. So in case you are not new to this place, you know how we do our forecast. But in case you are new, this is how we select our draws or the cannot draws to play for the week. And most times, often than not, we succeed at doing all of this. Now let's head to our special advance fixture now to see the proof of number 3 as a banker draw, and that's talking about Bournemouth versus Brighton on number 3 from our English Premiership division. The first reference week that we're going to be visiting for this particular proof now is for week 3, 2024. From our special advance fixture for that week now, we have in our lotto sequence numbers 5 and 10. And those two numbers now will be transferred to the box 1 and box 3 of your high score quiz column. This doesn't happen often, but when it happens like this, then you take the game in box 1, take the game on top of it. We have number 5 for week 3 of 2024. Hence, the game on top of number 5 now becomes number 4. Go look up your record for that week now. Number 4 was marked as a draw. So this is actually how the sequence plays out. When both of them goes to box 1 and box 3, therefore take the game in box 1, the game on top of it, to be your banker draw. This did not occur again until week 12, 2024. For week 12 now, we have numbers 4 and 12 in the lotto sequence. And if you look at your box 1 and 3 now, we have numbers 4 and 12. Therefore, if you take the game on top of number 4 now, which is number 3, that delivered a draw for week 12, 2024. The next time this sequence occurred again now is for week 14, 2024. Looking at that of week 14 now, 2024, we have numbers 8 and 16 in our lotto sequence column, and that was being transferred to the box 1 and box 3 of our high score quiz column. If you look at the game on number 8 now, which is number 8 is the game on box 1, the game on top of it now is number 7. That gave a draw for week 14, 2024. The next time this sequence comes about again now is for last week, 2024. For the week, we had numbers 3 and 7 in our lotto sequence, and that was being transferred to boxes 1 and 3 of our high score quiz column. And the game on top of number 3, which is box 1, gave a draw, and that was number 2 for week 2024. So the very next week now, which is week 21, 2024, we're having a similar sequence, and that's what we'll have to look at now. Looking at the special advance fixture for this week now, we have in the lotto sequence column numbers 4 and number 6. If you look carefully now, that's been transferred to boxes 1 and 3 of our high score quiz column. Therefore, the game in box 1 now is number 4, and the game on top of number 4 is actually number 3, which is between Bournemouth and Brighton. So that's why we're tipping that particular match now to end up in a draw for this week 21 now, 2024. So this is how the sequence actually plays out. I want to show you the sequence that is coming from a nija record. You should be able to pick also the draw from that particular sequence now, which probably will be giving you 2 draws on this particular video, or you take it as 1 banker and a pair. And like I do advise you, in case you like these games, go stick on them early enough so that you will not get confused as the week rolls by. because more sequences will be coming up from different quarters that may, at the end of the day, either make or mar us. So staking on games early seems to be one of the best ways to winning this the pools or the bet, as it were. In case you like any game, we'll stick on it so that you not get confused as the week rolls by. That brings us to now looking at our special advance fixture for the week. Where on the left hand side we'll have the 1 to 49 matches of the coupon fixture. Like I did mention, the Premiership is back from numbers 1 to 8, while from numbers 9 to 19 is the Championship division in England. England League 1 is from numbers 20 to 31, while numbers 32 to 41 is our English League 2 matches. The Scottish Premiership division takes over from numbers 42 to 47, while we have the Scottish Championship division as numbers 48 and 49. And the fact that we have 2 games in that spot now, I'm beginning to suspect at least a draw from there. Like we had last week for games 1 and 2, they were put in a bar. That was the only 2 League 1 matches we had, and they became 2 draws at the end of the day. So I'm looking at this for this week now, which is 48 and 49, as 2 possible draws or a pair, as it were. Then looking at the right hand side, we have such columns as the Lotto sequence column, the shortlist column, expert trio, and the high score quiz column. Like you did see us now portray a forecast from the Lotto sequence to the high score quiz. These are how we actually do pick our games. And if you look at the boxes 1, 2, and 3 of our high score quiz, we have numbers 4, 5, and 6. If you add 4 plus 6, that gives you 10. 10 plus 5, that is 15. We treated something like this last week. When you add the unit numbers in boxes 1, 2, and 3, and your answer becomes 15, you know what result to expect. So in case you are not conversant with it, go look up our extra corner video for last week that tells us what will happen to that particular number. That brings us now to looking at the next paper now, which is the Righton football fixture. Let's start things off by looking at the back page of our Righton football fixture, where we have such columns as the overseas pools compiler draw statistics column, where we have letter A to P, and below the letters we have trials embedded in those areas. The key column now is number 26, and that particular match doesn't give draws anyhow, so we have to be careful and wary about it, except we have something viable projecting it, for we'll take it seriously. I'll have the expert final pair as numbers 12 and 13. The late news column now for last week did not produce much draws, and I think let's highlight something here. We had game 1 and 2 now be rated equally, which is over 1.5 goals. That formed the pair which succeeded. But taking a look at now game 3 and 4, which also was rated home, to me that was a pair in itself, but nothing came out of that. Usually when they do put 2 ratings together like this at the late news section of our Righton football fixture, usually project those 2 games as pair, like you see for games 1 and 2 now, where number 2 produced a draw on game 1, but the game 3 and 4 did not produce. Last week was actually a very tough week, if you ask me. The division that was being watched was just too much. The whole of Scotland, nothing came out. So the areas that we were expecting some draws from, a lot of places were watched. The areas that even give us so-called now is the European qualifiers, and that was also what destroyed some of our tickets, and that was how it went for last week. But not to worry, hopefully this week looks a bit better. But there was something I said about last week's games, said it was going to be full payment, half payment, and above, and that's exactly what we had. We had 13 draws on the coupon for last week. In case you like this type of video, don't forget to click on the like button, and also help us to share this video to other platforms so that more persons can get to benefit from the free things which you do on the platform. And you getting subscribed is free of charge, so click on that subscribe button now to get subscribed so that you can see more of this type of video when we bring them your way, just in case you are not subscribed yet or you're seeing a video for the very first time. Believe me, if you continue to follow us, you should be able to be guided to win your bet and your stakes on pools week in, week out. We also expect your comment in the comment section to make us know how you feel about our presentation, and we'll also give out 5 options for you to choose as our extra corner video vis-a-vis. Option number 1 is the bomb banker draw video. Option number 2 is the pair video. While option number 3 is the nap video. Option number 4 is the winning line video. While the 5th option, which is the last but not the least, is if you want us to do the 5 dead game video, you can choose any among these 5 options, put it in the comment section, we'll collect your suggestions and make a particular video which we call the extra corner video based on popular demand. That brings us around to the concluding part of this video recording, wherein we'll be seeing the front page of our Righton football fixture. Then we'll move ahead to see the remaining sequence now, which is projecting 38 pairing 40. But I will tell you, we'll tip in number 40 from our end as the possible draw. So if you believe it, you can go with 3 and 40, and you'll be home and dry. Come Monday, we'll have things to actually talk about. A quick look at the front page of our Righton football fixture reveals the fixture of the week on the left hand side, while the right hand side have some columns which we'll usually deal with. We have the first column as the Kabbalah X selection column. Below that is the 5 fortune games column, and below the 5 fortune games we have the yellow patches now, which are group A, B and C. And below the yellow patches we have the 3 best draws column. Below the 3 best draws column is the fortune box. Taking a look at the fortune box now, we have number 32 in that spot, and if you look closely now, that number 32 is being repeated to the bottom spot of our first yellow patch, which is our group A. So that repetition itself tells us a whole lot that we have to investigate for this particular week. I think this is the much we can actually take from our Righton football fixture. We don't have much repetition which takes place in these papers, other than if you look at the super pair column now, we have numbers 3 and numbers 13, and we treated that number 3 not quite long. So that means maybe possibly having a family number in that spot, something we have to look into as well. We have number 3 and 13 in the super pair column, so that may be telling us that that particular spot now is a formidable pair for the week. That brings us now to looking at the proof of our number 38 and 40 from our nija record. The first reference week that we're going to visit for this particular sequence now is week 16, 2020, and taking a look at our English League 2 for that week 16, 2020 now, we have Salford City on number 40. So whenever you have Salford City on number 40, if you take a look at that particular week, number 40 was marked as a draw. Then Grimsby forms a pair with number 40 for that week. Grimsby was on number 37 home, and both were marked as 2 draws for week 16, 2020. So this is how the sequence plays out. Salford City had to be on number 40. That triggers the sequence. Therefore, Grimsby now pairs with number 40. As you can see now, for the next reference week, 41, 2021. So taking a look at week 41 of 2021, we have Salford City at number 40 away. It was marked as a draw. But we also did have Grimsby on number 34. So number 34 paired with number 40 for week 41, 2021, wherein number 40 picked the draw. So this is actually how the sequence plays out. That's why I say, if you look at it carefully, therefore you should be able to be bold enough to pick number 40 as the straight draw from this sequence. Hoping it pulls through, then you should be able to make some cool profit from it. But on the other hand, to be on the safer side, treat it as a pair, while you treat number 48 pair number 40 to make things easy for you. So this is actually how the sequence plays out. Just in case you want to benefit more from us, you can become our channel member here on YouTube and get exclusive videos that will help you win your bet come weekend as well. Also on WhatsApp, we have paid platform as the VIP group, the 100% 100 working sequence, and the OnlyFans club. We have all of that for a token for you to benefit more from us, other than the videos which you do here on YouTube. Doesn't mean the video doesn't work. Things also work out here. People have actually won good amount of money watching our videos, and they've also been able to guide themselves. If you look at last week now, what we projected as the cannot draw, like I did warn us, a lot of persons have those games as their confirmed banker draws. But guess what? It was only one, and that was number 3. That spoiled the whole thing for last week. Every other one collapsed. So that tells you should be careful when you watch those games, in case you want to stake 1 million and release it to something like 100k. The next reference we have to visit for this particular sequence now, let's see, week 6, 2023. For that week now, we have Salford City on number 40 home. It was marked as a draw, while we have Grimsby at number 39. So 39 paired number 40 for week 6, 2023, for which we marked number 40 as the draw. The sequence did not set again until this week, 21 now, 2024. Taking a quick look at the fixture for this week now, we have Salford City versus Bromley on number 40, and on number 38 now we have Grimsby versus Colchester. So that is how number 38 is pairing number 40 for this week, for which if we look clearly now, we would think number 40 will take the day and become the sole draw, or both of them can put through as a draw. Thank you very much. If you've been able to watch the video from the beginning to this time, don't forget to click on the like button. Help to share the video to other platforms so that more persons can get to benefit from the things which you do here, which are basically free of charge. And you get to subscribe is free, so click on that subscribe button now to get subscribed for free, just in case you're not subscribed yet or you're seeing our video for the very first time, so that you can see more of this type of video. Won't bring them your way. That will help you win your bet. I will also expect your comment in the comment section to make us know how you feel about our presentation and to choose a particular video you want to make us do as the extra corner video. Don't also forget, we have paid platform here on YouTube as the channel membership you can use to support us, and as well get more videos from us that will help you fine-tune your stakes and win more games at the end of the day. We also have a paid platform on WhatsApp that will benefit you more from us. Thank you very much. I will expect to see you in our next video.